Hello students, welcome back to our video. So in the last video we started with the revision of the chapter number 4, and in that the last topic that we discussed was about the e-commerce. We saw the meaning of e-commerce. Now let's move to the scope of e-commerce. So the scope of e-commerce services can be classified as B2C, that is business to customer. Second is B2B, that is business to business. Third one is C2C, that is customer to customer. And fourth is C2B, that is customer to business. So these are the four scope of e-commerce services. First one is business to customer, second is business to business, third one is customer to customer, and fourth one is customer to business. So in B2C, in business to customer, there is a seller at one end, and at the other end there is a customer. So seller sell their product directly to the customer with the help of the internet through website, that is called B2C, that is business to customer. Then second is business to business, means there are both the parties are professional or traders, they exchange their products with each other. They are both the parties are professional, that is known as business to business. Then third one is customer to customer, that is trading activities of customer is directly connected with other customer in this kind of arrangement. So customer to customer trading activities takes place. For example, OLX.com, Quikr.com, they are the examples for the customer to customer. Then fourth one is customer to business, that is a kind of e-commerce customer gets large choices, products or services at suitable and reasonable prices. So the business units that provide such services or products declare conditions for sale and price of their services or products, that is known as customer to business. So there are more arrangements in e-commerce besides this, such as government as an independent body. So there are three kind of arrangements, that is government to business, second is government to citizen, and third one is government to government. So these are the scope of e-commerce services. Next topic is requisite equipment for the successful implementation of e-commerce. That means the necessary equipment for the successful implementation of e-commerce. In that, the first one is website. Website is needed for selling or purchasing product. Then second one is computer with internet connectivity. Without internet, one cannot do trading online. That's why computer with internet connectivity is a must for the successful implementation of e-commerce. Then third one is credit card or debit card. You require credit card or debit card for the payment for the products. Then there are three requirements, three prerequisite equipment for the successful implementation of e-commerce, that is website, second is computer with internet connectivity, and third one is credit card or debit card. Now next topic is online transactions. Online transactions includes pre-buying or selling stage. Then second is conditions of buying or selling, and third one is delivery of goods and payments. So the entire process is explained from the customer's point of view. So if customer wants to purchase or buy any products online, then the process is given. First of all, you have to register, make yourself registered, that is registration, by filling the registration form. Then second is place an order. Then third one is payment system. In payment system, you can do payment through credit card, debit card, digital cash, cash on delivery, check, net banking transfer. These are the mode of payment that you can do while doing the online shopping. So first step is registration. You have to first register yourself. Then second is place an order, whatever you require, then you have to place an order. Then third one is payment system. That is all for the online transactions that you can do. Then next topic is mode of payment. So there are many modes of payment. First one was cash on delivery, COD. Second one is check. Third one is net banking transfer. Then fourth one is credit card or debit card. Then fifth one is digital cash. So there are 5 modes of payment that you can do while doing the online transaction or online shopping. The next topic is safety and security of transactions. So while doing online shopping, safety and security of transaction is a must. There are many risks in online transactions in comparison to the traditional money transactions. So first of all, you required security against the risk of transaction. Then second one, you require, that is security against the risk of data collection. You all know about the hacking, virus nowadays, correct? You may be familiar with the word virus or hacking. So virus is a computer program. It creates clones or replicas that damages the data in computer system, and virus interprets on the screen, prevents the computer to work, and it may also damage the data files or the whole system. That's why antivirus software is to be used to prevent this risk. So security against the risk of data collection due to viruses and hacking. Then third is security against the intellectual property and privacy. So there are 3 kinds of security or safetiness you have to maintain while doing the online transactions, because there are many risks involved while doing the online shopping. Then the next topic is outsourcing. Meaning of outsourcing: when miscellaneous work or process is handed over to other group by business groups as per the contract for prescribed time, then it is called outsourcing. Outsourcing is necessary to concentrate on the main activities of a company, and outsourcing can be done within the company or outside the company. Now let's see the concept, requirement and field of BPO. BPO means to get the contractual services of external company or group to complete the special work or process of a company. For example, the main purpose of the companies that want to outsource the work of call centers or data entry is to reduce their expenditure. The main reason for the popularization of outsourcing is that the human resources for such work are available at lower rate in some other countries. So the countries like India, China, who have larger population, get first preference for BPO. Full form of BPO is business process outsourcing. Then requirement of BPO. Why BPO is required? Why business process outsourcing is required? So first reason is for the cost cutting. Then second is focus on principal work of the company. Means if they outsource some of their work, then they can focus on the main work of the company. Then third one is benefit of efficiency. Fourth one is to cater the dynamic demand, and fifth one is to increase the profit. Then the scope of BPO, that is back office outsourcing, and second one is front office outsourcing. Then the next topic is KPO. KPO means outsourcing of knowledge based process. BPO is work oriented while KPO is knowledge oriented. Like processes related to works are focused in BPO. Like process related to work are focused in BPO, while mostly the process related to knowledge are focused in the concept of KPO. KPO includes processes which accepts the advanced knowledge and skills that are responsible for the development of the company. So why the KPO's requirements of the KPO? For first reason is achievement of the best skills. The second one is maximum use of sources. Then third one is solution of complex problems. And fourth one is special attention to principal functions. Fifth reason is maximum use of money. Sixth is reduction of expenditure. Seventh is reduction in risk. So these are the requirements why KPO is required. So these are the reasons why KPO is required. Then scope of KPO. In scope of KPO, first one is business and market researches. Second one is legal services. Third one is medical services. Fourth one is training and guidance. Fifth one is research and development. Sixth is computer programming. And the seventh one is animations and design. So with this, now we are done with the revision of chapter number 4. So from the next video, we are going to start with the revision of chapter number 5. And still, if you have any questions or any doubts, please feel free to comment below the video. Thank you.